In today's video, I'm going to share the truth about this concept of the rapture and what that means for you as someone walking a conscious and evolutionary path. So stay tuned. Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name's Fola. I am a former psychiatric nurse turned spiritual guide and catalyst, and my passion is to really support people with stepping beyond the surface level healing and spiritual fluff that exists out there. And today I was asked by someone about this concept of rapture. Having grown up in a very religious Christian Pentecostal home, I can tell you that this was a word, a concept that was very widely used. And I just feel like there's a lot missed in translation when it comes to this idea of the rapture. So a little bit of a backstory with that. Really, what many Christians now hold as true is this concept that one day Jesus will return. There will be this seizing up, which is what rapture means in the original Greek, of people who have followed Christ and lived a life of goodness, I guess we could say. And so this idea that if you are a good person, if you follow the 10 Commandments, if you believe in Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior, and probably a wide range of things depending on the different denomination or church belief, then at one point there is going to be this like blowing of the trumpets and judgment takes place. And if you've read or seen the movies Left Behind, the books about this same topic, those people will be lifted up, taken to heaven, where they will only have really what rapture means, pleasure and goodness and ecstasy. But what about those people who are left behind? I want to just speak to this idea to maybe alleviate any panic or anxiety, conflict that you might be experiencing, whether you see this concept of rapture as real or not. And this is kind of just from my own understanding of the Bible, from the many years I was raised with it, having read Revelations and many other books in the Bible. And I guess since kind of coming into the more magical path, the more esoteric and occult, meaning the hidden knowledge, I feel like there's some other ideas here that I want to just share with you as a possibility. So let me know in the comments now, before we get into it, where do you sit with all of this? And of course, as with anything, if what I'm saying is sparking some type of like energy of resistance or anger, different emotions that maybe you didn't really realize were there, that's okay. Let me know in the comments, but first just breathe before you speak and see what really is underneath there. Of course, if you're new here, I want to just invite you to hit that subscribe button. Join me here, check out some of my other content. It's really about this natural evolution and promoting this evolution of humanity as a collective, but also in our individual self. So if that's something that interests you, you can check out the links in the description of this video for different ways we can work together one-on-one and other types of teachings that I share. So this idea of the rapture, this seizing up, this concept of being lifted up into like ecstasy and pleasure really is talking about like a leveling up of consciousness. But I want to just start that if there are people out there speaking or preaching about the end times, saying that the end is nigh and it's coming, especially on a particular date, I just want to remind you of all the people in the past who have said those things and have been wrong. And also the fact that in the Bible itself, it says that only God knows when the end is. So I've kind of always taken that as okay, I know it's nowhere near because God wouldn't share that with anyone. This is solely for the mystery of the all. And really, what is the end? Right now, we are in this period of time of complete shedding. The shedding of our old selves, the shedding of the lives and our desires, the things we wished for, hoped for, that maybe didn't come to fruition, or they did, but now we're being called to something new. And I think this can be really hard. It's easier for us to just pretend we are victims or to live in our victimhood and assume that there is evil outside of ourselves, when in actuality, both the light and the dark exist inside. So whatever is showing up for you around this word rapture, these conflicts that I'm seeing, these debates and conversations online about whether it's happening or not, really, there is this leveling up occurring inside where we are shedding the old, letting go of the old self, removing our skin like the snake so that we can become new people. And with this newness comes the realization that that means we have a little bit more power than maybe we would like to think. Many people are fearful of their power, fearful of their gifts, not sure what to do with them. But that's why we continue with this internal exploration through the different magical practices, through meditation, contemplation, journaling, therapy, coaching, mentorship, whatever it looks like for you, that's up to you. But simply aligning with your truth, meaning you making a direct connection to God. No one else can make a connection to God for you, no matter what churches have said, no matter what any religion has said. The relationship between you and God, you and spirit, the creator, the universe, the all, that is the most important relationship. And it's that merging together, that in itself is a rapture. That is that moment of ecstatic bliss that many different cultures, religions have spoken about. We've seen it even in Christian saints, these sort of concepts where they created this relationship with the divine and they touched on that ecstasy. I think of like Hildegard von Bingen, that beautiful concept of the suffering and the pain along with the beauty. And life is really about that. Life is about experiencing both the left hand and the right hand paths. And with this, we get this merger in the middle where we can walk in balance. But unfortunately, we have to go through everything. Or maybe I could say, fortunately, we get to go through everything. See how simple the language can impact what it is that we are experiencing in life? So something for you to be aware of. What language are you speaking? What's your view or perception of anything that's showing up in the news, in the media? How are you allowing it to influence you by empowering you? Not impacting you, that it creates this like chaos inside. Because when that happens, then that's really when we're allowing the darker force to be the main one. I love how I went like this, but like it's shining the light, because really what happens is light is what causes darkness. I heard it the other day. I'm going to share it here again. This idea that if you are in shade, you're not going to see a shadow. But once you are standing in the sun, once you are standing in light, that's when the shadow is cast. So whatever that paradox is, whatever it brings up for you, just recognize that everything that's playing out right now in the media, online, in your life, it's happening for a reason. And that is ultimately to level up your consciousness. Shed the old and start to welcome in the new. And the question I guess I leave you with here today is, what is it that you are bringing forward? What is it that speaks the most dearly to your heart? For me, that thing is freedom. It's being and knowing that I can express myself how I want to, live my life how I want to, do what I want. Knowing that there's going to be times where I might have to do something that has a bit of self-sacrifice, and that's okay, because I can see the long-term goal really is freedom. So what is that for you? And perhaps freedom is that thing. You know, if that is something that resonates with you, again, I invite you, check out some of the links in the description. Come and join me at one of the monthly Alchemy Collective calls. These are free community gatherings where we meet on Zoom. There's hot seat mentorship, there's energetic processes, all sorts of fun things. And really what's happening is we're moving through our collective shit and our personal shit together, alchemizing it, turning it into gold. So if that's something that is speaking to you, you're wanting that extra support, please check that out. Otherwise, I also have one-on-one support. You can check out my Catalyst Blueprint. It's a 5-week mentorship program. The links are all below. You do what you will. I'm not here to tell you. All I'm here to do today is to remind you of what life can actually look like from this place of ecstasy, of bliss, of freedom, and of connection with your most divine self without having to be in a place of fear or worry. And so holding you up, asking your guides, your ancestors, spirit, that highest spirit, is really truly love, to just shine on you and to show you the truth of who you are, what it is that you are meant to be in this world, your most authentic self, and to have the courage to do that, to speak that, and to be that. So just praying that for you, holding that up for you. And I want to say thank you for being here today. Many blessings. And yeah, until the next time, you guys, take care.